an old pillow, scissors, a ruler, pins, a needle and thread, and a sewing machine. First, lay the t-shirt flat, making sure that there are no wrinkles. Now you're going to want to measure the shirt, making sure that the design is going to be in the center of your pillow. You're going to want to measure from the bottom of the collar to the top of the design and use the same measurements for the bottom, measuring from the bottom of the design to where you will cut. My pillow is going to be 11 inches long, 16 inches wide. Make sure that when you are measuring the width of the pillow, that you're measuring at the smallest section between the armholes. Now it's time to cut the pillow out. Make sure you're cutting on the measurements that you had just taken, and make sure the cuts are extremely straight. After cutting your piece out, make sure that the edges are straight. Now you're going to pull the pieces apart and flip them over so that the right sides are together. So the front of the shirt and the back of the shirt are now facing each other, while the inside of the shirt are now facing out. Once again, make sure the edges line up. Now you're going to pin the edges of the pillow, making sure that you're going to leave a gap at the bottom of the pillow so that you're able to stuff it. I'm leaving my gap about hand's width wide. This is what your piece should look like when it's pinned, making sure that you let the gap at the bottom. And now this is how your piece should look when it's sewn together. After you have sewn the two pieces together, it is now time to flip it inside out. You're going to stick your hand in the opening that you left, grabbing from one of the corners and start pulling it out. Make sure to be careful while you're doing this so that you don't pop any of the threads. Once you have flipped it all the way out, use your finger and stick it in the corners to make sure that the corners are all the way out. Make sure to do this to all four corners. Now grab your old pillow and lay it up flat. Now you're going to take your pair of scissors and cut open the side of the pillow so you can access the pillow's stuffing. Okay, now that you can access the stuffing, you see how nice and clean it still is and how soft it is. It is actually very durable. You can't really tear it apart without some hard work, so it's best to take a pair of scissors and cut it. Pull the stuffing out of the pillow so you can cut it easier, and you can see how big the pieces really are. You're going to want to cut out two pieces about this size, and then you're going to want to pull the pieces apart a little bit so that they lay a little bit wider but a little bit flatter. And then take these pieces and stuff it into the pillow one at a time, making sure that when you stuff it into the pillow that you lay it flat inside. If you crumple it in a ball and stuff it in, your pillow's going to be lumpy, and that's not really nice. After you stick these two pieces into the pillow, you're going to want to cut out smaller portions and use those to fill in the gaps that these big portions couldn't reach. After you finish stuffing your pillow, you're going to want to hand sew the hole shut. To do this, you're going to take the sides of the pillow and slightly fold them over just a tad and make the sides touch like this, and then you're going to want to use your pins and pin it so then it'll be easier to hand sew it shut. And this is how mine ended up looking after I hand sewed it. I used invisible thread. So this is how I take a t-shirt and turn it into a pillow. Thanks for watching!